Hey, what's good? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Don't mind me. I ain't got no cut right now. I like a damn hobo, but you know what I'm saying? Day two free agency. You already know what we about to do. If I hop into my reactions, you know what I'm saying? And what I think about all these signings. And we had two blockbuster trades. So enough all the talking. Let's get right into it. We're gonna start off with the Dolphins. And they re-signed running back Raheem Mostert to a 2-year, $5.6 million deal. You know what I'm saying? So that's good for them. They get to get their running back. A lot of people talking about maybe they're gonna bring in a new running back. Maybe they'll draft one. You know what I'm saying? But they're gonna keep their fast running back Raheem Mostert. The Patriots re-signed Jabril Peppers on a 2-year deal worth up to $9 million. Could be $11 million with incentives, but they got their safety Jabril Peppers back. That would have been a big loss, even though the safety market was high. But rather stick with my own, especially for that cheap. So the Patriots were able to keep Jabril Peppers. As for the Jets, we still have not heard anything on Aaron Rodgers day two. There was rumors that Aaron Rodgers wanted a wish list of players he wanted, but apparently that was fake. And yeah, but they did sign Alan Lazard to a 4-year, 40, what, 40, what? I said it again, $44 million contract. And that's pretty much a hint that Aaron Rodgers could be going to New York. As for the Steelers, they were able to re-sign safety DeMonte Casey to a 2-year deal. And it's not on here, but they also re-signed Big Larry Ogunjobi to a 3-year deal. So they got to keep their safety and one of their defensive linemen. As for the Texans, they brought in Noah Brown from the Cowboys. I think Noah Brown could be a nice wide receiver. He could definitely have a breakout year. He was pretty decent when Michael Gallup wasn't quite ready to play yet on Dallas, and he was behind CD. So, yeah, and they need receivers over there bad. So, Noah Brown ain't going to be nothing crazy to turn your team around, but, it's an upgrade. Then they also traded for guard Shaq Mason. They traded with the Bucks to get Shaq Mason. You know what I'm saying? They only traded a 6-rounder. So, that was cool, and they also receiving a 7th round from it. So, hey, boast that line for whatever new quarterback you're bringing in. Now we get to the Colts, and I'm going to include the Cowboys in this because this is where one of the blockbuster trades happened. They did sign Samson Ebukam from the 49ers, the fast edge rusher. So that's good for them. They're going to have somebody coming off that edge. Samson Ebukam is fast as hell. You know what I'm saying? They signed him to a 3-year, $27 million deal, but they trade Stephon Gilmore. They trade Gilly, the cornerback, to the Dallas Cowboys. Yes, they traded Gilmore to the Cowboys. And this was one of the blockbuster trades of the day. And that's great for the Cowboys because now you have Trevon Diggs and Stephon Gilmore. As for the Titans, to me, they got one of the best young linebackers in this class, in this free agency linebacker class. They got Azeez Al-Shaair from the 49ers. And honestly, I wanted the Steelers to pick this young guy up because he is so good. He's so good. But the Titans grabbed him, you know what I'm saying, replacing linebackers that they would lose because they're going to lose Bud Dupree. You know what I'm saying? And they bring him in, and he's young. He's got a lot of talent. That's kind of a loss for the 49ers, but, not really for them, but big gain for the Titans. As for the Broncos, they bring in Samaje Perine, and this is a guy who I think could easily step into a #1 running back role. Like when Joe Mixon was out, and I know personally because he balled out against us. You know what I'm saying? Joe Mixon was out, and Samaje Perine had, 3 touchdowns on us? And Samaje Perine, he's just a strong runner. He'll truck you. He'll stiff arm you. He'll do whatever. So I think, and he's still young. So I think Samaje Perine could definitely step into that #1 running back role, especially with the offensive line that they've built over there in Denver. The Chiefs, they brought in Charles Omenihu also from the 49ers, and he had 16 QB hits this year coming off the edge. So 16 QB hits, hey, you can't really toss up that, and it's only 2 years, $20 million. 16 QB hits, that is great for the Chiefs, you know what I'm saying? They be trying to boast that front line, you know what I'm saying? They've lost Frank Clark, or they released Frank Clark and all that, so yeah, 16 QB hits, I'll take it. The Raiders, the one move they made, they brought in Jacoby Myers, receiver from the Patriots. This is a great move. They were part of another blockbuster trade with the Giants. Darren Waller was traded to the New York Giants for only a 3rd-round pick, the 100th pick in the draft. So the Giants acquired Darren Waller, and the Giants are starting to get weapons for Daniel Jones. You know what I'm saying? You still got Saquon Barkley in the backfield, but now you bringing in Darren Waller, a tight end that you desperately needed. So now Darren Waller has a big, fast, good tight end. Everybody knows how good Darren Waller is, besides when he's not injured. And yeah, to me, great moves from both teams. Jacoby Myers for the Raiders, Darren Waller being traded to the Giants. As for the Eagles, they make a light move here. Rashad Penny, they get Rashad Penny, the injury-prone running back from Seattle. It's only a 1-year, $1.35 million deal that includes 600,000 guarantees, so it's nothing crazy or nothing bad. They just got Rashad Penny just because they needed a running back. Me personally, they could have kept Kenneth Gainwell and Boston Scott and then drafted a running back and then had like an undrafted free agent running back, but hey, they got Rashad Penny. And they also re-signed James Bradbury to a 3-year, $38 million contract that includes $20 million guaranteed. So they got James Bradbury back, but was it worth it? You know what I'm saying? Like, me personally, I probably would have let Bradbury walk for that much money, but hey, it's been the trade rumors with Darius Slay, and they've talked about releasing him, so, got to bring one of them corners back. Can't have no corners besides Devontae Maddox. As for the Lions, there's reports that Jamal Williams and the Lions are far away in contract talks, so the Lions go inside rival from the Chicago Bears, David Montgomery, who I think is a way better running back than Jamal Williams, in my opinion. Signed him for a 3-year, $18 million deal, so that's $6 a year, and this is a good move for the Lions. To me, personally, they get a better running back. You still have DeAndre Swift, so now you got two running backs who love to catch the ball, and David Montgomery is just also a hard runner. The Vikings bring in a cornerback, Byron Murphy, after losing Pat Pete. This is an upgrade from cornerback. You know what I'm saying? Byron Murphy played for the Cardinals. He was pretty damn good for them, but now he's taking his talents to Minnesota to help them out with that cornerback position. Great move from Minnesota here. They needed cornerbacks desperately because they really ain't have none. You know what I'm saying? They really didn't have no cornerbacks, and Byron Murphy is the perfect one to bring in. As for the Falcons, they bring in Taylor Heineke. They said they were rocking with Desmond Ridder. They did say they were rocking with Desmond Ridder, so I don't know if it's going to be Taylor Heineke starting and then Desmond Ridder come in when he need to, or is they going to rock with Desmond Ridder and Taylor Heineke going to sit on that bench? But it's for us to find out. They could trade for Lamar, too. As for the Panthers, they signed Andy Dalton. I'm guessing this is just, they traded for number one pick, so I'm guessing this is just to bring in a backup quarterback, maybe some sort of mentor to teach that number one pick some things. You know what I'm saying? Andy Dalton been in the league for years. He was good at one point, you know what I'm saying? But now I can see him just that mentor role. This was an unexpected move that I didn't expect at all. I'm pretty sure a lot of people didn't expect. Michael Thomas for the Saints, wide receiver, was signed to one more year with the Saints. So now he's on a new 1-year, $10 million deal. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, if he can stay healthy, this is good for them because you'll still have Michael Thomas, Chris Olave, but that's the thing. He has not been healthy in like 2, almost 3 years. The Cardinals were able to re-sign their guard, Will Hernandez, so this is a good move for them. It was pretty cheap, only 2-year, $9 million. You know what I'm saying? So can't really toss that up. Will Hernandez stays in Arizona, and they also signed a guy who played with Jonathan Gannon, their new head coach last year, Kazir White, linebacker. He also signed a 2-year deal, so they're back reunited, and hopefully Kazir White can, start to have some type of improvement years because I feel like he's been stuck in the same spot. And those were my day 2 reactions of the free agency, you know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all thought about those 2 trades, you know what I'm saying? They got Stephon Gilmore and Trevon Diggs, the Cowboys. Giants got Darren Waller. We seen some moves. Day 2 was kind of light compared to day 1, but hey, you know what I'm saying? I got to cover it, so I'll be back here tomorrow for day 3. I love y'all. Make sure I like, share, subscribe. Road to 1K. We had 912, I believe. So everybody push the channel out. Love y'all, and I'm out.